The major crisis that marriages are facing today, it is emotional dryness and also sex or sexual unfulfillment. Sex might be happening, but it is not a fulfilling one, or even none at all. And also now the distance in between. Now, those things being availed, or such a feelings, it is becoming easy for marriage to break or for marriage to become more ineffective. Now, there's something that you would like to discuss, which will be now a continuity of what we spoke about yesterday. Today, we're going to learn about words, how to use words. But yesterday, remember, we were talking about the corporate world or the office world, whereby you find the people who know your emotions, who don't even get to know it intentionally. They are your colleague. Why? They know so many things so easily. You get to share with them just automatically. Things is just by nature. You talk to them. But when you come home, you don't talk. Or you talk about other things, but which are not related to you. So now we're talking about the consequence of that. It is that you are going to create a room for infidelity. Or if not, you might not have infidelity in terms of emotion or in terms of physical. But what is going to happen, it is that regardless of how your spouse will put in the effort to love you, it will feel empty because they rarely know you. So in other words, emotional intimacy is created by knowing what you are feeling. Keyword is know, knowing what you are feeling. In other words, you should be able to express yourself, express your feeling, express what you know, but also I should be able to learn to know you and also to feel you. As a result, now the remaining part will be which book can I read to help me know how you work with someone who is having pressure at work. That's for example. How do you become romantic to a woman who likes flowers? Where can I go to buy flowers that are fresh? Those are just examples I'm giving. But this comes as a result of a man and a woman who both are married and they are willing to know and also to be known. Failure that to happen, let me tell you, infidelity, that is emotionally, that is physically, that is masturbation, that is all of those terrible stuff that steals and destroys marriage. The gates are opened, in other words. Let me use that word. So everything can just come and in and go out. You feel unsafe, you feel unfulfilled, you feel not secure. That's what the enemy wants. So he will start to bring other shortcuts of fulfillment, of safety, of security. Within no time, you'll be surprised who you are anymore. You no longer know who you are exactly. Or you know who you are, but now it's not the person you are proud of to be. So as a marriage, it is very important to start with fighting that your spouse gets to know more of you than any other person that has ever existed. You fight for that. At the end of the day, no couple that doesn't check their WhatsApp messages at night or Instagram, at least for those who are in the city. Those who in the villages, most of them, they have radios on their ears. They hear news or football or something. So if we can get time to get to know about other people or other world, why do we not get to know the world of our spouse? Regardless of how much you are tired, you get to eat. So why can't you, like, even if it is the job that you are doing, why can't you create one day in a week or at least 2 days in the week or something? Like, try to find out time to be with your spouse. That's the whole point. Now, being with them, let it be effective through the knowledge you share and make sure that is understood. Now, in understanding, that's how we start from. I have been telling my spouse, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. You remember yesterday, but one, we had discussed something. I told you that some people, when you say good morning, they'll tell you, yes, we are fine and we are good and we thank God. Others, like, now you meet your spouse. They grow up in an area whereby good morning. I remember there's a place I used to work in, and then there's a guy who believed if you greet them in the morning and they reply to you or they answer to you, it will be a curse. So we used to say hi to him, and then he could just stay quiet. Now, tell me, you date a man like that one. In the morning, you wake up, oh, my king, my love, oh, my road, oh, that 2 days do us part. You see the guy is not replying anything. Guess what? That relationship risks to die. But you see what you both need to do, it is just to regulate and reconcile your communication and the words you use in communicating. This is very important because words, there are those who say, for me, my English is Britain, others, my English is American, others, my English is South African. In nowadays, when you go to some apps, even they show you the English from South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda. You know, in nowadays, English is even the people who produce app, they are aware that English is, if that is the word, they are no longer spoken the same way. And it is true. Like those who speak Kiswahili, we both know when you go in Congo, they have their own way. They mix Lingala and also French. Come back to Kenya, they have what they call Sheng. They mix some words that they are not even explainable. Okay, let's go to Mombasa. They also have their way. They say Swahili Sanifu. Go to Tanzania. So you see, you if you come, I can speak Kiswahili, my friend, you don't know where you are going. It is a mess. You are going to fight each other. Because words and statements, they don't mean what you think they mean in their world. And how do you overcome this? Now that we know it is there, how do you overcome this? This is how you overcome it. At first, you communicate and your spouse might tell you, yes, yes, I get you. As well when you are still dating or when you are still courting, they might say, yes, I have gotten you. But now, it is very important. One day when you reach the point, you are like, but I thought I told you this. And then you don't fight. You say, oh, I don't think I understood you then. I know, I said and you said you had understood me. Okay, now can you paraphrase your sentence again? And I truly apologize that I did not confirm back then. Another easiest way to do it is when they are not talking about things or in the beginning of a relationship, when they start to talk, ask them, when you say that statement, this is what I understand. Is it what you mean? Now, if this person them say, you say good morning, and then they say, when you say good morning, for me it means that you are cursing me. Is it what you are doing? Now, don't start. How could you think of this? Something like that. How can you think I'll curse you? No, please. They are sharing you what they are understanding. They are not saying that's what you mean. And that's why they have added, is this what you mean? I have realized nowadays that when you ask people questions, they don't answer the questions you've asked them. Imagine, be very careful, you see. Ask people, who are you? Do you know the answer they'll give you? My name is ABCD. No, I did not ask what is your name. I asked, who are you? Is it true that you can mention a name as you define who you are? Yes. A name is a person. But only a name cannot define you. Others, when you ask them, what is your name? They will start to say other things and even their career. That is a very dangerous situation. It defines how you view communication. So from today, instead of fighting, that I had said this but you did not get it, or I had said that you did not get it, first thing first, say what you mean and mean what you speak. Please, that is very important. That goes both to men and women. If you get caught that what you said had a bad meaning, don't start to excuse yourself. Say, I don't know why I said it, or I said it because of ABCD, but regardless, I want you to forgive me. That was wrong articulation. Please learn to be like that. Also, the problem is that we are always afraid if they get to know who really I am, they are going to leave me. Let me tell you, don't you ever make a man propose that, will you marry me? Because when they say, will you marry me, the knowledge they have of you, that's what they believe you are. So if you say yes, do you know that you are making them marry the wrong person? And when they marry the wrong person, when they reach there, guess what? They will love you the same way they think they know you. So if they reach there, of course they can't know completely, but if they reach there and then they're like, you used to like this, but you no longer like it. You used to love this, but you no longer love it. Now they are going to start to question your integrity and your character. Is it true that there are some things today we like and tomorrow won't be liking them? Yes. And that's why the other communication I talked about yesterday and even the beginning of this video comes in. Let people know how progressively you are changing. That is your spouse. Don't wait until you are completely changed. Now, after saying that this is what I understand, or this is what I understood, or this is how I'm feeling, is this how you meant to feel me, or is this what I'm feeling? What you should ask, or what you should do, or what is very important, is to say this. Please, yes, I do understand that's what you felt, but that's not what I meant. Use other statements or other vocabularies. If they don't get it, use illustrations, use analogies, use examples. Until at least, if you say, for me, this feels ecstasy. The kind of sex we've had, you've made good love to me and I feel ecstasy. Now, if they can't be able to understand the word ecstasy, use dictionary. If they can't, now use other words that they will be able to relate. The problem is that we think we know English or we know our local language. We don't. We don't until you can't have a word to explain another word. It's when you get to know, indeed, I don't know. And now even in a marriage setup, and I think that's one of the major things that now we'll start to mention as we continue tomorrow. You've learned about how to speak about money. You've learned how to speak about career, university, education. Marriage has its own vocabularies. Its own statement means something that you can use in a marketplace and it will mean two different things. So the same way you are equipping, if you are a young man, if you are in the marriage, the same way you are keeping your vocabularies, let's say a policeman or a military, the words what they mean, and to us as a civilian what those words mean, it's totally different. So the same way you are equipping yourself to be a good military, to be a good civilian, it's the same way you also should equip yourself with words in your marriage, to know how to speak words and also to decode words that are coming from your wife or from your husband. Very essential.